Welcome to our practice today. We're going to begin today in our Asana, making sure that your hips are stacked over your knees and your shoulders are directly over your wrists, spreading your fingers wide and making sure that you're really rooted into the earth. I'll be sharing positive affirmations throughout this video to go along with the asanas that we'll be practicing. Feel free to just listen to the words I say. You can also repeat the words to yourself silently or out loud. To help you with this, I've created a list of all the affirmations with each pose that you can use to help you follow along with the practice. Check out for the link below in the description. And if you aren't that interested in the affirmations, you can click on the link below for the version without any affirmations. From our Brahmanasana, we'll be moving into our first asanas, which is going to be our Vitilasana Marjanasana. You'll begin by exhaling and starting to round the spine as you push away from the floor. And with an inhale, you're going to arch the back and open up the heart. Exhales, rounding the spine, push away from the earth. And on your inhale, drop the stomach and open up the heart. Gaze goes up to the sky. Continuing this movement, following your own breath. Inhales, we open up, and exhales, we round the spine. While you move through these poses, we can introduce the affirmation here. I breathe in calmness. And I breathe out stress and anxiety. I breathe in calmness and I breathe out stress and anxiety. Last round to yourself. And on your next inhale, coming back to your Brahmanasana. Moving into our next pose, our Uddiyana Shishasana. You'll walk your hands forward, spreading your fingers out wide, and start to drop your chest down towards the earth. Getting another really nice arch in the back as you push your chest down towards the earth. Breathing deeply here. Introducing our next affirmation. I choose to be happy and love myself today. I choose to be happy and love myself today. One last deep breath here. And when you're ready, we'll walk our hands back into our tabletop, Brahmanasana. Engaging the core, making sure that you're finding length in the spine here. When you're ready, we're going to work on our balance here, matching movement of breath again, just like we did in cat and cow. When When you inhale, you're going to start to lift your right arm and the left leg off of the mat, reaching in opposite directions. And as you exhale, drop back down to the earth. Swapping sides, you'll inhale, lift the left arm and the right leg up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the right arm and left leg up. Exhale, release. Again, moving with your own breath here, finding a rhythm that works best for you. And maybe introducing the mantra through this practice. I breathe in confidence and I breathe out fear. Maybe trying to match the affirmation to the movement and breath. So as you lift with your inhale, I breathe in confidence. As you exhale, release, I breathe out fear. Last one on each side. And exhale. We'll gently release down to the earth. Rooting yourself. We're going to do a similar movement. When you're ready on your inhale, you're going to lift your right arm and left leg off of the mat. But this time we're going to hold here. Really engaging the core, keeping the heart open. Fingers are spread out wide, supporting your wrist. And when you're ready, you're going to try to reach your right hand for your left foot. So you're going to bend the elbow, reach the arm behind you, opening up the heart here. Breathing deeply, saying to yourself, I can learn. I can learn. With your exhale, dropping back down to the earth with that hand and knee. We'll switch sides when you're ready, making sure length is in the spine. You're going to lift the left arm and the right leg off of the mat, securing your balance here, focusing your gaze on a point, finding that drishti. And then you're going to start to reach your left hand behind you, bend your right knee as you grab hold of that right foot, pressing your foot into the hand, opening the heart. Proud chest here. Repeating to yourself, I can grow. I can grow. Exhale, we'll release, finding ourselves back in that tabletop Brahmanasana. Together we'll now curl our toes. We're going to push back into downward facing dog when you find the strength, pushing your hips up towards the sky, drawing your heels down towards the earth. Chest is pressing towards your thighs, settling into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Taking the time here maybe to pedal out your feet as you settle in here. Together we'll find stillness now. And when you're ready, you'll inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, finding one-legged downward facing dog. And as you exhale, try to step that foot in between your hands at the top of the mat. Coming into our low lunge, you're keeping the knee behind you on the mat. Your right knee is stacked over your right ankle, finding that alignment. You're engaging the core slightly and sinking the hips down to the earth. You have a few options with your arms. You can continue to reach up to the sky. Maybe you want to find your hands on your hips or find some blocks for some support, or using the knee in front of you as support. Listen to your body and ask what it needs, and just listen. following its instructions, releasing what the mind tells you to do, and focusing on what feels good here. Saying to yourself, I love myself for who I am. I love myself for who I am. This is a good moment to use our blocks if we need. We're going to shift our hips back and straighten in that front leg, getting a really nice stretch into our hamstring now. You have the option to come up onto the heel if that feels good for you. Maybe you want to keep your foot flat on the earth. Adjust to what feels good in your body here. Making sure the spine is long and you're leading with the chest. You're not rounding through the spine. You keep a proud heart. Saying to yourself here, I can overcome any challenge I face. I can overcome any challenge I face. On your next inhale, you're going to roll forward, plant both hands into your mat, and we're going to step ourselves into a downward facing dog. You'll then inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky this time, and exhale, step that foot in between your hands to the top of the mat, setting yourselves up for your version of low lunge, what feels good for you, making sure though that your left knee is stacked over your left ankle to find that alignment. Making sure you have length in the spine, your hands reaching for the sky, finding your hips, blocks, or knees. Breathing deeply here. I am beautiful just the way I am. I am beautiful just the way I am. Really sinking the hips down to the earth, sinking into the affirmation. I am beautiful just the way I am. Lovely. With your next exhale, start to shift your hips back as you straighten that front leg. Getting into that left hamstring now, you can play with how your foot is placed. You can have blocks with you or a chair for support. Whatever makes you feel safe here in this pose. Saying to yourself, my challenges are actually opportunities. My challenges are actually opportunities. On your next inhale, start to roll the hips forward, planting both hands back into the earth. And then together we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. You'll inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky again, stepping that foot in between your hands. This time, you're going to plant your foot into the earth behind you, coming off of the knee, setting ourselves up for our warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. When you're ready, you'll inhale, lift up, reaching the hands up towards the sky, your right knee staying over your ankle. Your hips are square to face the front. Taking a deep breath here and saying, I can live my dream life. I can live my dream life. With your next exhale, we're going to come into our warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. You're going to open up the arms, open up the hips, right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Repeat to yourself, I deserve respect. I deserve respect. Focusing your gaze on a point, setting ourselves up for a balancing pose next. Moving right into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. When you're ready, you're going to try and fly off the back leg as you sweep both hands to meet together at the front. You can reach the hands forward, or you can bring your hands to your heart for a bit more stability, keeping the chest proud. Breathing deeply here, really focusing your gaze to help you with your balance. Saying to yourself, I can reach my goals. I can reach my goals. On your next inhale, you'll start to lift your chest as that left leg comes in towards your chest as well. And then we're going to come into our tree pose. So you're going to place your left foot on your thigh, your calf, or your ankle, being aware not to place it anywhere near your knee. We don't want to be putting any pressure on our knee here. Setting yourself up for tree pose, bringing your hands to your heart when you're ready. Together we'll slowly have the option of raising the hands over our head. This is just playing with our balance, so just feel what works for you. Maybe you'll stay here, or you'll have the chance to open up the hands. Wherever we are, repeating to ourselves, I am growing. I'm growing. Exhale, start to bring your palms together if they're not. Dropping your hands to your heart if they're not already. And exhale, we'll just release at the top of the mat, finding our Tadasana here. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky. And with an exhale, we're going to dive into a forward fold here. Inhale, lift the chest, find length in the spine halfway. And exhale, plant both hands into the mat as you step, walk, or hop yourself into a plank. And we're just going to come into our downward facing dog from here. Taking the sequence to the opposite side, you'll lift the left leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, step that foot in between your hands, dropping the heel behind you into the earth as you lift the knee off of the mat. And when you find the strength in the core, you're going to lift yourself up, reach both hands up towards the sky. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, your left knee stacking over that ankle. Breathing deeply. I deserve my dream life. I deserve my dream life. As you exhale, opening up the palms, finding Warrior 2. Shoulders are relaxed, the knee is staying over the ankle. I am respected. I am respected. Focusing your gaze on a point, setting ourselves up to fly into Warrior 3. When you're ready, your hands are going to sweep to the front or to your heart. And you're going to fly off the back leg as much as feels comfortable for you. Remember, we want to feel safe in our practice. So if you need a chair or a wall or anything to support you, please do that. saying to yourself here, I deserve my goals. I deserve my goals. With an inhale, you'll start to lift the chest up, hands reaching to the sky, knee to your chest, and then you're going to set yourself up for your tree pose, whatever suits you, remembering to stay away from the knee. Bringing your hands to your heart when you're ready. Remembering we can stay right here if this feels good for us, if we feel safe here. If you want to play a little bit with your balance, we're going to start to raise our hands over our heads. And maybe if you feel inclined to, you'll start to open up the palms. Wherever we are, breathing deeply, saying to ourselves, my confidence grows when I step outside of my comfort zone. My confidence grows as I step outside of my comfort zone. As you exhale, palms may come together again if they're not. And we'll all meet with our hands at our hearts again. Exhale, release, finding yourself on a standing pose at the top of the mat, our Tadasana. Our next pose is going to be our dancer's pose, Nataraja Asana. So this is a balancing pose. So again, we want to really focus our gaze, find our drishti, helping us find a concentration and focus to help with our balance. All right. When you're ready, we're just going to grab hold of the right ankle with our right hand. So we're getting a nice stretch into our quads here. Maybe you want to reach the left hand up towards the sky, standing up tall with the chest. If you feel like this is enough of a challenge for you, and you feel safe here, we can stay here. Again, we have the option to play with our balance a little bit. And if you feel safe, starting to kick your foot into your hand, shifting your chest forward, coming into our dancer's pose. Really opening up the heart here. Gaze is in front of us. Saying to yourself, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. Taking the last few breaths here, however long you want to stay here. And if you're ready, you'll exhale, release the pose, planting both feet back into the earth, rooting yourself here, standing up tall. Then we're going to switch sides. So now you're going to take hold of your left ankle with your left hand. Breathing here, getting a nice gentle stretch into the left quad now. Maybe you'll reach your right hand up towards the sky. Our gaze is focused, remember. If you feel safe here, we stay here. Or if you feel inclined and safe to move forward and play with your balance a little bit more, maybe you'll start to kick your foot into your hand, shift your chest forward slightly, and coming into that dancer's pose. I can be successful. I can be successful. Taking as many breaths as it feels good for you in this pose here. When you're ready, you'll exhale, release, finding yourselves in Tadasana at the top of the mat again. From here, you're going to open up your feet as wide as the mat. Your toes are going to point out slightly. We're all going to inhale, reach hands up towards the sky. Palms will come together. And as you exhale, slowly sink your hips and your hands down, finding your hands to your heart. And your elbows are going to start to press against your knees, finding our yogic squat, Uttanasana. Making sure the spine is long, as if someone's pulling a string from the top of your head, really finding the length in the spine. Proud chest. Saying to yourself, I can control my happiness. I can control my happiness. Taking 2 last deep breaths here in our Uttanasana. With your last exhale, you're going to release your hands behind you to support you as you find yourself seated on the mat. Your legs out in front of you at a 90-degree angle, your hands behind you, fingers pointing in. We're just going to windshield wipe the knees side to side, releasing any tension that is built up in the hips here. Repeating to yourself, I release everything in my life that blocks my growth. I release everything in life that blocks my growth. Last few breaths here. And we'll gently release, finding ourselves seated on the mat, crossing the legs in front of you if that feels good for you, sitting up tall. We're going to take a gentle twist here. Together we'll reach both hands up towards the sky. And with an exhale, your right hand behind you for support as your left hand finds your right knee. Your gaze is towards the back, but you still have length in the spine, proud heart. I leave behind the things that keep me from my dreams. I leave behind the things that keep me from my dreams. With your next inhale, we're going to reach both hands up, twisting to face the front again. And exhale, opposite side, right hand finds your left thigh and the left hand drops into the earth behind you. Your gaze is to the back. Your spine is long with a gentle twist. Breathing deeply. I release all my past regrets. I release all my past regrets. On your next inhale, we'll untwist, reach both hands up. And with an exhale, your right hand will drop to the earth to the side. And your left hand is going to reach over your head, getting a really nice stretch and opening into the left side of your body. I embrace the present moment. On your next inhale, we'll lift up. And exhale, opposite side, left hand finds the earth as the right hand reaches over your head. Deep breaths here into that right side body, really opening up that side of the body. Repeating that same mantra now. I embrace the present moment. With an inhale, we'll sit back up, hands reaching for the sky, and exhale, palms together down towards Together we'll then let the hands fall down onto the thighs here. Still sitting up tall. We're just going to gently start to roll the neck, creating however big or small circles feels good for you, and changing direction whenever it feels right. Breathing deeply. I clear myself of any negative thoughts. Repeat to yourself. I clear myself of any negative thoughts. Coming back to stillness with the head, we'll then start to roll the shoulders. Again, big or small circles. Change direction whenever it feels good. I'm free from the thoughts that hold me back. I'm free from the thoughts that hold me back. Finishing up here, and when you're ready, finding stillness again. We'll all bring our hands back together at our hearts, palms together. Sitting up tall, closing your eyes for a moment if that feels good for you. Saying to yourself, today I choose to be happy. Today I choose to be happy. Thank you for taking the time to show up for yourself this morning. I'm honored to have been a part of your practice here today, and I look forward to practicing together soon. To help support me, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see more like this, hit the notification bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a new video.